Hi, this is Robin Schulkowski, coming to you from the set of Underline at the Deutsche Oper in Berlin. The Deutsche Oper has kindly offered to co-produce this quite experimental work with the Biennale Munich this year, and actually they've made this whole thing possible. What you see when you look at this stage is a bunch of squares and circles and triangles and translations of squares and circles and triangles, and also many objects that you probably see every day. They are objects that you will probably surprised to see on the set of a theater production of any kind. The story, about over 100 years old by Abbott, is about a square. And the square moves strangely, or dreams he moves strangely out of his own time and space. So the idea that Hugo Morales and DeVille Cohen had when they started was that they were trying to find a format of Omu, a format using Omu, that allowed them to tell this story. So what we're doing is we're translating this two-dimensional universe of the square, a square has two dimensions, into sounds that travel. We're translating this life of the square into objects, and the square tells his own story. We view the world, we are also part of the world. We evoke change, but we are stuck in our own dimension. In reading Flatland, the vision for Underline started taking shape. So the artists actually imagined another world where the conventionalities of theater can be totally disrupted and continually disrupted. So if you want to look at it from an artistic point of view, there is a form of a way of taking things apart, but we are also putting things back together. How did it happen? Very good question. How did these two artists, who are quite unique but also very, very different, the two artists, how do they come together in that they're actually translating the same story? So the omu of what we're talking about here is that the source is common, and the ways of telling the story, taking the story apart, and putting it into something that I would say is very creative, imaginative theater, is what we're trying to share with you. Do we need to take out my stuttering? No. I can't really tell you what you're going to see, but I can tell you that it's terribly interesting.